You can talk about mine.
Okay, I can.
Do you want me to
can.
go first?
Yes,
I
want
or
you
do you
to
want
go.
us to break it up for you?
I want Dan to go because I know that he has a topic I can actually be part of.
You can.
Okay.
All right, Dan, hit us with it.
All right, my topic is it's still. I'm going to be talking from the point of view for anime, but
Yes, I know you
goes through
are.
everything.
But this
It
will
is,
I can video game and other stuff into this.
2D
yes.
traditional animation versus your 3D CGI animation, which it's anime typically has always been traditional animation, which is your hand drawn,
Yep.
you know, frame by frame, going through it like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's now moved a lot of it into the 3D CGI animation, or a blend of the two, which is a lot of shows. A lot of stuff you probably don't even know is blended between both styles.
Yeah.
2.5D.
No, we're not gonna say that. But just your thoughts on what you prefer, bad instances you've seen of either, or just how you feel that's going in the industry today, I guess.
I'm definitely a 2D.
Yeah.
Traditional animation. I think there's some shows that do it really well, like the 3D new stuff. One that comes to mind is Demon Slayer, because they mix them very well, and it's very, very seamless in the way they do the fight scenes and stuff when they do add the 3D stuff in it. But overall, a lot of the stuff I've seen is pretty crap.
Yeah.
This one's way older and probably shouldn't count, especially nowadays, but I look at the show Beast Wars, Transformers Beast Wars, and that show I can't watch it. Like, I literally, and like as a kid too, I noticed how bad it looked. I'm like, how do you watch this? Like,
Is this one of those things I'm going to have to look up and just see?
It's
maybe
very,
if you want to. Like,
very.
I remember watching that way back in the day.
Like
well,
a lot of.
It's
sorry,
so.
I was going to cut you off a little bit there.
No, go ahead.
But like just trying to give more for Jordan, I guess. A lot of the cartoons of probably back then,
Yes.
probably older cartoons for you younger guys, but for us it would have been on the hilt of us stop watching cartoons, the newer kind of stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of them started trying to use the CG animation, and it didn't work.
No.
If you guys remember at all.
Yeah.
But like that's just one that comes to mind that's like just abysmal. Like I've heard the show's really good and the story's pretty good, but
my
I can't get
gosh.
past the art style. It's it just doesn't look good.
This looks horrible.
Exactly.
You want to watch
you
it
are
now,
correct.
don't you?
I'm not going to watch it. This is absolute crap.
Yeah, like even as a kid, I noticed that.
For those of you guys that are watching, if you go to YouTube and you just type in Beast Wars Transformers Season 1, Episode 1, there is a video I have up on my phone here. And it actually looks horrible.
Yeah, it's
at the 7-minute mark, and there's a dinosaur that I'm pretty sure that you could get a 7th grade rendering class or like digital art class to do significantly better.
Yeah.
This is
Nowadays.
Well, nowadays,
nowadays.
yes. Do be aware, this was
That
from
was
the 90s.
that was the 90s.
awful. Well, no, I get it, but I'm just saying like this is actually one of the worst animations I've ever seen. So I understand what you're saying now. That's
So, but
that makes the Nintendo 64 look great.
I've seen some questionable N64 games, but
yeah,
I would agree that it's definitely not good. Personally, I'm also in the 2D boat myself. I prefer it. I have seen some decent CGI anime. One of them that I'm not going to say I like the animation itself, but I've gotten acclimated to it and can watch it now, is Kingdom. If you've seen that one.
I haven't watched a whole lot of Kingdom. I
I
know you
enjoy
like Kingdom a lot.
Yeah.
I never got into it, though.
I enjoy the story. It took me a long time to accept the animation style.
Yeah.
Like, it was into the end of the first season when I finally got so acclimated to it, I could deal with it. But the story was good enough, it kept me going, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Sure.
So, I don't know.
I don't know what this show is, so
That's all right.
It's all right.
I think
that's fine. Just
It's really like I'm fine of them using 3D animation. It's because it's much faster.
Yeah.
It's more readily available.
Yes.
It's newer. There's more people that can do it.
Yeah.
The traditional animation it's a dying kind of thing almost.
Yeah.
Nowadays, there's the hardcore like the masters in Japan still that do that. And some of the animation studios really, I mean they always do it. It's all 2D. Most of them are still all 2D.
Yeah. Yep.
But it's kind of has to evolve with the times a little bit, and that's what some of them are doing it. That's why they're blending it.
Yeah.
And that's fine. Like I think that makes for a better show when you blend it, but it has to be seamless.
Yeah.
Like lots
See,
of the stuff. Yeah, go ahead, Jordan.
I really, really like the look of the 2D, like the traditional stuff.
Yeah.
I mean,
So that's like old school Pokemon, right?
Old school Pokemon, and just every other cartoon I grew up watching.
That's
I mean, I'm wearing a Space Jam shirt. It's like Bugs Bunny and all those shows. Like
it has character.
Exactly. Yeah.
That kind of goes to my point too. Is like I was gonna say like how I feel like you can be more and more artistic with 2D animation.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like
you can do more than what you want. Yeah. And art styles and stuff. It's more readily available to you to do that.
Yep.
You can tell more. Like you see something crazy, like, oh, I know what studio did that because they have their own flair.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. As in like a CGI thing, that's just a software. You can't. You have to go above and beyond to make that your own.
Yeah.
Just some instances of it being good, I guess. Like you said, Demon Slayer is fantastic. That's Toho Animation, I think.
Yeah.
And they did a real good job of making that seamless. It's usually with fight scenes.
Yeah. Yep.
And character movement that you see the 3D.
Yeah.
But it's textured and folded so well and blended that it works with the 2D environment.
Yep.
Another one that's pretty decent is Attack on Titan.
Yep.
Yes.
All of the fight movements and stuff are so crazy that to draw that'd be ridiculous.
Yeah.
It'd take a lot longer than their studios and budget would allow for.
Yeah.
So they use 3D animation and it works.
Yep.
It does.
And what's the name of that show?
Attack on Titan.
I just want to see like what you're kind of referencing.
Look at some of the
a
fight
bit.
scenes. Just say Attack on Titan 3D fight scenes or whatever. But that's really popular. It's a popular one out right now. I think it's ending pretty soon. Huge hype for that stuff. But
yeah.
Yeah, while he's checking that out. Another one, actually, this one of my favorites. My favorite anime movie, Summer Wars, is a mixture of 2D and 3D, and a lot of times you can't tell at all.
Absolutely.
That's fantastic, and they do that, and it works so good because half of that show is in the real world and half of it's in the internet. So that's why they really made sure to do that.
Interesting.
But that's if you want to check out that kind of stuff too, it's fantastic. But
yeah,
this looks really weird to me. Like it's so much different than what I'm used to.
Yeah.
Attack
like
on
weird
sweet.
good, weird bad.
I don't like it.
I can't wait.
Like I'm gonna be honest, there's something about it I don't like, and I can't quite put my finger on what it is.
It's anime.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's it.
I don't know.
Attack on Titan's sick.
I'm looking at it here and I'm like, there's something about this that I can't.
Why don't you instead look up like the Demon Slayer?
Like I'm just thinking more from like
like
an
that.
artistic standpoint.
Sure.
Like I'm not an artist, obviously, but I can
If you-
appreciate.
if that's your
It's fairly seamless though, right?
Yeah.
It is. It's seamless, but I'm not a fan of the style.
That's
I
fine.
guess,
Mm-hmm.
So
fine.
that'll go back to my point where
Yeah.
I guess I will definitely say I prefer the 2D
Yeah.
if this is what you mean by 3D.
That's a blend.
That's a
Yeah,
blend.
That's a
Yeah.
blend. Okay.
That's a lot of. It's mostly 2D animation, but like the fight scenes and stuff, especially when it's just like the people who are doing all these like flying through the air doing crazy stuff. Like that's the 3D that's added and blended.
Okay.
I got
Or like another example, like a 3D would be Ajin, if you ever watched that.
Yeah, I wasn't huge on Ajin or Ajin, you know.
However you want to pronounce it, but
Yeah.
I watched it. The story was okay, and the only reason I was able to bear with the animation was because I'd watched Kingdom already.
That was a Netflix original, right?
Yep.
A manga adapted for Netflix. Like some of the Netflix stuff they did, most of them are the 3D. Some of them work, some of them don't.
Yeah.
Some of them are just fantastic stories. But gosh, what was I gonna say? There's another one I was gonna talk about. That's pure 3D. You don't see that too much because a lot of people are wary of it.
Yeah.
There's actually an anime. It's called Land of the Lustrous. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Yep.
Is a fully 3D anime.
Yep.
But it really does its own thing, and they do it well. It's not necessarily the style that people would generally. Not everyone. It's not for everyone, you know. But it looks good for 3D. That's an instance of them actually doing something well with 3D animation.
And that one's on Amazon Prime for those who are looking
yes.
to watch that one.
So it's not always 2D or a blended 2D that's good, and 3D by itself can't be. It can be done well. It can be done well.
But sometimes if you're like me, it just takes you a while to get used to it in the first place. And once you do, you can start actually enjoying it much more.
What one's this?
So Land of the Lustrous.
Yeah, just watch like the opening or something.
Ooh.
See,
Yeah,
it's,
it's actually
well done.
Yeah, that's actually I like that actually.
Like, I was impressed by when I first saw it.
Right.
So I have nothing against it at all.
It's a different take. It's pretty. Like they have their own flair.
Yeah.
And
Which
like
is
the color
different,
palette was really
right.
interesting to me and everything.
They were artistic with it.
I like that actually. That's pretty clean.
See, that's a clean one that works well.
Yeah.
But then there's other ones that don't. Like I don't know if you've seen the 2016 Berserk anime.
I've heard that's terrible.
It's so bad.
Just his reaction here.
I actually really enjoyed the original Berserk anime.
Yeah.
Okay?
It's
I
fantastic.
really enjoyed it. It was really well done. I'm talking the actual anime and the movies were both really great.
Oh,
Yeah.
fantastic.
And then the
story's crazy.
2016. Good freaking lord. What were they on when they made that?
Yeah.
It was so bad.
The story
heard
wasn't
that.
even
Like,
terrible. The
it
story
wasn't.
was fine. It's
The
bad.
animation
dude.
was
It's
terrible.
Bad.
Yeah, I've heard bad things about it.
It's really
I've heard
bad.
a lot of bad things about it.
I'm just gonna stay out of this conversation because I know nothing about this. So
Well, I don't recommend watching it anyway. So
Let's just say that it was bad enough that it made me go berserk. Okay?
Yeah.
there's and you see that a lot. Like
So
that 3D. It's like I said. It's quick, right?
Yeah.
It's quick and it's cost effective. So a lot of people use it for filler in background and stuff. So like crowds of people walking in the background or something, or cityscapes, or groups of people, armies, that kind of stuff in the background. It's usually used for 3D a lot of times, and a lot of times it's just trash. Like it looks it doesn't fit whatsoever with the background.
Yeah.
Like
I wonder
it's bad.
if the reason sometimes it works, like with Land of Lustrous, is because it's not going for real. It's going for an artistic take on stuff.
it just depends on how they blend it.
Because like I've noticed the shows we've talked about that are crap are going for kind of more of a realistic take, like look on things. Like Beast Wars, for example. Like there's the one we looked at and it was like god awful. It's because they tried making them look real.
Well, the idea
Nothing
behind
about that
it
looked real. I'm just gonna point
the
that
idea
out.
behind using the 3D is to make it look like 2D, because 2D is the foundation of anime.
Yeah.
Right. That's the look they're trying to go for.
Yeah.
And when they don't, and they do it a little haphazardly, it makes the show bad.
Yeah.
Like, one I didn't even finish the last 2 episodes because the animation was so bad. Was I'm a Spider, So What, or
Which one was it?
I'm the one.
I'm a spider, so what?
Yeah, that one. Yep.
I've heard
So,
yeah.
wow, was the animation bad?
There at
Especially
the end,
at the
yes.
end. Holy
Just
crap.
the name of that, I can tell you it was gonna be bad.
It doesn't mean anything. It's Japanese, dude.
It is. But I will agree. Actually, the story was entertaining.
The story was entertaining to a point. It was something to watch, and I was fine with that. But wow, I didn't finish the last 2 episodes. It was so bad. I'll have to go and watch it sometime, but
I managed to finish it, but I will agree, those last couple episodes were really rough.
they brought the 3D instead of just in the background to the main characters, and it didn't work.
It did not.
And there's already stuff that was enough wrong with it. But
Having been somebody who'd watched it up to that point, that shift ruined it for me.
yeah,
They should have at least finished the season as they had been doing it.
right. It's not good. But
This is an anime.
what's up?
The Berserk 2006. It looks like video game cutscenes.
Yep.
It looks
bad
like
ones.
it looks like
Poorly done.
It looks like one of those 3D arena fighters, like all the anime games basically, and it looks
Very
like
poor.
cutscenes from that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, do you see why I'm so disappointed with it? Because I really enjoyed the old Berserk anime. Like, I really enjoyed it.
I've heard
It's
it's really good.
really, really critically acclaimed, like the manga and stuff. So the guy, the writer, actually just passed away a few months back. So, but
Like,
it can be done well. It
Yeah.
can be done like crap. It's just I don't know. And a lot of these studios don't have the same budget. Some are much smaller.
Yeah.
A lot of them freelance out work to finish up on tight deadlines. Like that's kind of how Japan works.
Yeah.
But
Now I gotta ask you then, because I am kind of getting an idea of what you think.
sure.
But this is just more of a, I want to know how you feel about this. If the art style just absolutely is atrocious, but the story is incredible, would you fight through it because of the
Yeah,
story?
probably.
You would, okay.
Yeah.
you've clearly heard me say that I would do it. So
Yeah, I knew what your answer was.
Story's the number one thing. Art style is different. Like, let's see. I'm not normally one for the more, like, whimsical, kind of chibi-ish, if you know what that is. It's kind of more, like, childish-looking,
like
fantastic.
bigger head, smaller bodies.
Like,
yes.
Like,
Okay.
Made in Abyss. It wouldn't be my normal style of anime that I'd watch. fantastic story.
Agreed.
Excellent anime. It's up there in my top anime.
Okay,
It's so good.
For you, then that's obviously far more important because
yes, it's also very painterly though, so it's beautiful. It really is.
See, and I think that's where we differ. I guess is I'm a much more visual.
Sure.
And I can't get over if the art style's bad, I won't want to watch it. Like I don't care how good the story is. I would rather have the story delivered to me in a way that looks good, which I know is probably not how it should be. It's just that
there's give and take there.
But you have to realize that art is subjective, so
It
there's
is,
no way
yes.
they could get it to everybody's taste.
Yeah, no, that's the
I
thing.
don't watch One Piece.
It's true. I
can't stand the art in One Piece.
I'm fine with it. I don't think it's great either, but I can bear with it.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's not that and that's not the only reason I don't watch it. It's thousands of it's like 1,000 episodes, so I don't want to watch it.
We just released episode 990.
Is that the one that video made fun of?
That's
that
the
we were
main
laughing
reason
at?
I don't watch. But
Which video?
I have watched some of One
forget.
Piece. It's a good story.
Probably.
They recently
there was-
released their 100th
Who
volume
was that?
for the manga.
No thanks.
I forget who it was. Logan and I were watching a YouTube video, and someone brought up an anime, and he's like, "Yeah, if you have time to watch over 900 some episodes, then I guess
One Piece?
go ahead."
Probably
And
One
I just I
Well, there's
forget.
also Case Closed that has
I
like
think it was it.
I'm not a
PewDiePie
Case
that
several
made
Closed
a joke
hundred.
either.
about it?
I'm not either on that one.
Is it?
I can't remember.
I don't know how many they have. It's not.
It's not as many as One Piece, but they still have several hundred episodes.
Is it like 400 something?
Well, you see, there's two sets to it. There's,
Oh, is it 600 something or something?
Yeah. There's
Okay.
over six. I know there's at least 600 or 700 now.
Yeah, I know that's a pretty big one that people like. So
I'm gonna cut those and make coats.
And then, I mean, if you look at Naruto and Naruto Shippuden together, that's like 700 episodes.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
I mean, Bleach is like nearly 400, and it's gonna be getting more.
yes,
that's
We get
that
squashed.
actually blows my mind how many episodes that some of these animes get. Like I don't know what SpongeBob's up to, but
It's not that.
I know
Not
it's
that
not
much,
that many. You know, like I know it's not up to 900.
I
Obviously,
mean, it's similar in the vein of, like, you love The Office, right?
Oh, yeah.
How many episodes are there of The Office?
I don't know the exact number. I know there's about 20 episodes a season minus season 1, and
So there's like over 100,
9
right?
seasons.
Yeah, there's over.
Oh yeah.
And each one of those episodes is probably at least 2 anime episodes, right?
No, they're 20-minute
That's
episodes.
Are they
about-
20?
Yeah.
Well, okay, so with The Office, there's some where they have most of them. I'd say like 90% are 20 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some of them they put to fill the hour TV slot
Sure,
because they're
yeah.
like the bigger episodes, and then
But
there's some where they have a part 1 and a part 2. So I mean,
Yeah.
there was a stretch. I think it was in season 7 or 8 where most of them were 40 minutes apiece.
yeah.
But for I'd say 90 or like 80 to 90% are
Okay.
20 to 30-minute episodes.
So think of that with the ease of not live actors or anything like that, not filming, like
Yeah.
the ease of just creating.
See,
It's
I
the
feel
same
like
thing, man.
And then if somebody does get sick or like they grow too
Right.
old, you can just bring in somebody with a similar voice,
Yeah.
and they can continue
See,
on.
I feel like that would be a lot harder to do. Would be drawing it all.
It's really not.
But
well, I can't say from
Well,
experience.
and also with
but
a lot of anime, it's just adapting manga, and so it's like
Yeah.
the story's there. They just have to adapt it into the.
They just have to animate
They,
it.
they have
animated.
the base,
Yeah.
information and everything.
Yeah.
They just need to.
And that's another thing why they go so long, because a lot of stories are based in manga, and that's this just drawing and dialogue and stuff, and so that's
And a lot of them cut that down by a large margin.
Yeah. Yep.
To fit budget and time length and stuff. So, and your normal episode length or whatever. So it's not totally different than just thinking of your favorite TV show in America, right? It's just probably a bit easier
Yeah.
or more. I don't know. It's not. I don't want to say it's easier to make these things, but it's faster to make them. I guess.
Yeah.
Than hiring actors and paying them and writing script and getting everything done. But
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and I hate to cut you off here, but it's been 20 minutes
all
on
good.
this. And I know you guys, the next 2 topics are strictly anime, so you can
Yeah.
continue the conversation, but let's at least pose a different question.
We're good, dude.
So
All right.
I don't care who goes next. It's either going to be